In this video, we're going to take a look at three strategies for how we can add integers. Now remember that integers are positive and negative whole numbers. So the first strategy that we're going to look at is, I'm going to call it using good versus bad. So for all the good numbers or positive numbers, we're going to use green circles. And so on this first example, 5 plus negative 3, three good circles. And then the bad are going to be red circles. Now my class has called them good donuts and bad donuts. So you can call them whatever you want. But what we notice is that if we have a good one and a bad one, they can cancel each other out. So if we look here, this red one here will cancel out this green one here. This one will cancel out this one, and this one with this one. So what we're left with then are 2 good. So the answer to 5 plus negative 3 is a positive 2, because they're 2 green and the green are positive. Let's take a look at another example here. We have 8 red or 8 bad donuts, plus we have 5 more bad donuts. So we can't cancel any of them out. So what we need to do is just bunch them all together into one group. We count them up and we get 13. And since they're all bad, we have 13 bad. This last example, we have 7 bad. And then we're going to add to it 10 good. And so our good cancel out our bad. And so we go through until we run out of one, either all good or all bad. We run out of them. So as we start to cancel, we see that we still have 3 good ones left. So we have 3 positives. So that's the first strategy that we're going to look at. The next strategy is going to be adding integers using a number line. So when we look at these examples, we're always going to start at 0. And we will always start with the first number. So we are going to move in the positive direction 8. So I'm going to jump to 8. And then this says that we need to go in the negative direction 2. So we go and we jump back 2. So our answer is going to be a positive 6. In this next example, we start at 0. We jump to negative 10, and then this says we go in the negative direction 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we end at negative 15. Finally, this next one, we start at 0, and we go back to negative 9. We jump backwards in the negative direction 9, and then we move in the positive direction. Since this is a positive number, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If we had a negative 9 plus 9, that would give us 0. So since we're going negative 9 plus 10, we're going to end at a positive 1. So that is the second strategy with using a number line. Our final strategy is going to be adding integers using absolute values. So let's take a look at this strategy a little bit. There's some rules that go along with it. And this is actually the most useful strategy when we start dealing with bigger numbers. So our first thing that we have to do is we have to find the absolute values. Remember that the absolute values is the distance to 0. So the absolute value of 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 12 is a positive 12, because the distance is 12 units. Now if we have a different sign, this one's positive, this one's negative. If we have different signs, we are going to subtract them. We always subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. So we say 12 minus 8, and we get. And so then our final step is that we take the sign of the number with the bigger absolute value. So since our negative 12 is bigger, our answer will be -4. So let's try this strategy on our second example. So you'll see that we have different signs. So we need to first find our absolute values. The absolute value of -9, remember it's the distance to 0, is 9. The absolute value of 4 is a +4. Notice how the absolute value will never come out to be negative. Alright, so now that we've done that, since we have different signs, we need to subtract. My 9 keeps disappearing over here. So we need to subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. 9 minus 4 is 5. Now we need to take the sign of the one that has a bigger absolute value, which is our negative. So our answer is -5. Our final question here, again, we can find the absolute value. Absolute value of 5 is 5. Absolute value of -5 is also 5. Now we have different signs, so we subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. So 5 plus a -5, notice how they're opposites of each other, will give us 0. So these are 3 strategies that you have now to use in order to solve adding integers problems. You can either use good versus bad, you can use a number line, or you can use absolute values. Some of the limitations of good and bad and the number line are if you have too big of numbers, it makes it a lot harder and a lot longer process to go through. Using absolute values, it's not going to matter. You can use this for small numbers, you can use it for big numbers, and it's going to be your most efficient. So over time, you want to start moving towards using the absolute values. But for now, you can use one of the 3 strategies that I've shown here in order to help you. Thanks for watching.